Been a hot minute. Wolves at the gate, lights and fire. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Okay, this intro is a lot more melodic than I expected. Okay. Okay, pretty much the same thing. Lights and fire. I got it. I got it. I kinda did expect like a quiet thing was coming. And then we're gonna come back to the chorus. We'll see. Can you see? I told you. Very catchy chorus. Okay, so that was Lights and Fire by Wolves at the Gate. It's just weird to do this again, judging by how many times I had to do the intro. Been a hot minute. Been a hot minute. Wolves at the Gate, Lights and Fire. Been a hot minute. First of all, what did I think of the song? If I'm being honest with you, it did feel kind of like too poppy for me. It wasn't a bad song, it was a good song I think, but it's just not really, like I don't really see myself going back to it. I feel like with Lowborn, Lowborn was that other Wolves at the Gate song that I reacted to, and I prefer Lowborn a bit more, but I don't know. I mean, it's okay, but I wouldn't really go back to it. But yeah, I mean, that's just what I think of it. So anyway, let's go to the lyrics, as we always do. What I get from the song overall is just someone who's hanging by a thread. Maybe they hit rock bottom in life, maybe they just feel like they're in a dark place, and then he sees the lights and fire. I mean, like, he hears, because it says here, listen and you'll hear the love that calls. So I'm thinking that maybe it's someone who is in a very dark place in their life, and they hear God's love for them, and that's what gets them out of there. I really hope the fan is not bothering you. Or it could be someone, okay, now that I read it more, I think it's about someone like slowly losing everything in life, slowly feeling that they have nothing left because they're like hanging by a thread and then they're slowly fading, losing all of my grip on everything I once held onto. I just watch it unravel on my downward spiral, all I ever held close to me. So I think it's someone who's just like losing everything in life and they feel like everything is falling apart, they feel like the whole life is falling apart. And then can you see the lights and fire fall, burning down until nothing's left at all, sifting through the wreck and ashes, listen and you'll hear the love that calls. I just feel like you're losing everything and everything is just burning down until you have nothing left. Oh yeah, and then the next verse right after that is this: I'm laying here with nothing left, just the ashes of my silhouette. So it's like maybe someone who's even felt that they lost themselves because they don't even have their own silhouette anymore. It's all reduced to ashes. They've not only lost everything around them, but they've also lost themselves because it's just ashes of the silhouette. Their own silhouette is gone. They've lost everything there. Is there anything here but all the thorns that block my way out? So I'm guessing it's not just someone who has lost everything, lost themselves in the process and is in a very dark place in life, but they also feel like there's no way out. There is no hope because there is thorns that is blocking your way out. I just watched it unravel on my downward spiral, all I ever held close to me. I feel like that's kind of an acceptance, like I'm losing everything, this is just how I am right now and I'm just thinking, I could be wrong about that, but that's what I feel because like, I just watch it unravel on my downward spiral, just by, like this is just how I am, this is how I'm meant to be, I've just lost everything, nothing else I can do. Okay, so far this person has lost everything around them, lost themselves and they feel like there's no way out. And then the last verse is very interesting because I really like this. It says, I just had to unravel to a downward spiral, losing all of my grip on all I ever had, all I ever held close to me. I just had to unravel to a downward spiral. All the thorns would tendonly, go girl, did I just go back to science? Tenderly lead somewhere so much better for me than everything I once held onto. I love that verse. I feel like the first part of the song was like, felt so hopeless, right? I lost everything, I lost myself, there's no way out. And then the last verse is like, wow, I had to lose everything. It's like a kind of a realization that I had to lose everything. I had to lose everything I held onto. I had to lose what I thought was important to me, what was once precious to me, because all the thorns were just that felt like at first felt like it was giving me no way out. All those thorns would actually lead me somewhere better than everything in the past. And I feel like we all have something to learn from this because as Christians, of course, we are supposed to be a new creation, right, in Christ, and the old us is supposed to fall away, right? Like I remember there was this song in Sunday school we used to sing. It was called, I forgot. I think everyone knows this song. I have decided to follow Jesus. I think everyone knows this song. Sorry, I just started singing for you. But I remember like that song was always every time we sing that song, we would go in the train. Like we all go behind each other like this, and we would pretend we're trains, like we're going to Jesus. And then I remember there was always this part that I still think about. That is, the world behind me, the cross before me. The world behind me, the cross before me. No turning back, right? And I used to sing that as a kid, but I never really realized what it meant. And I think that's what this means. Like, when you become a Christian, all of us know that we're gonna be a good new creation, right? That we are born again. All of us know that we have to pick up our cross and follow Jesus, right? Pick up your cross. Take up your cross. Okay, pick up your. Okay. Anyway, so. And then all of us know that we basically give our life to God and we are a slave to righteousness and we're not slaves to sin anymore. We are set free from sin. But how many of us actually like let go of our old life? How many of us actually die to our old life? It's very hard. It's very easy to say, but it's very hard because sometimes we feel like it's not worth it. You know, if I let go of everything, how do I know that what God is going to give to me or wants to give to me or plans to give to me is better than what I have to let go of? Because that life, I'm not ready to let go of it yet. And I think this last verse in the song really tells us like, you have to let go of it. You have to. You can't choose. You have to choose between God or the world. You can't serve both of them. You're supposed to be in the world, not of the world. You're not supposed to conform to the world, which is a lot more easier to do, by the way. It's so much more easier to conform to the world. But I have found in my journey of becoming born again, I became born again around 2020. Before that, I was lukewarm, so I don't really count that. But I became like born again, want to follow Jesus, want to do this kind of stuff in 2020. And I found that the more I follow God, the more I find reasons to. I used to say bad words, guys. I used to say the F word, I used to say the S, I used to say those all the time. I used to say Malaysian curse words, the K word, the C word. If you're Malaysian, you know what I'm talking about. And that time, it felt like, wait, my back, there's no cracking today. And at that time, I felt like it was so impossible to leave all those things behind. I felt like it was so impossible to leave gossip behind, talking bad behind people's back. I felt like it was so hard to leave bad words behind and dirty jokes. Hello, I used to make dirty jokes, okay? Now I realize after I leave those things behind, and those things I don't even think about them anymore. They're not even habits anymore. They're just gone. I realize my life is so much better without that. Like, now I find more righteous things to say, or like good things to say, rather than cursing all the time, you know? And that's just one example, you know. And the more I do it, it's just the more I follow God, the more reasons I find to follow Him, because it is just so much better. It's just so much more peaceful. Back then, when I used to, you know, have more hard feelings towards people, now it's a lot more peaceful to just forgive people. And I understand why God asks us to do those things, and I don't feel forced to. I just feel like it's actually so much better what God asked me to do rather than what I want to do. And it's just become I'm not saying that it's become easier to follow God. It's never easy to follow God, but I have seen why that path is so much better, and why I also want to lead people to that path, and also why I don't want to conform to the world. I want people to know I'm a Christian, you know. Even my friends here, they know I'm a Christian. My friends of different religions, I'm on campus right now, so I'm surrounded by people. They know I don't support homosexuality. They know I'm a Christian and I love Jesus, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it. I guess that's what I get from this song. Maybe the message is also God, you know, trying to get you closer to Him. If you feel like you're losing everything, or you feel like you're just in a very dark place in life, maybe that's what brings you close to God. Maybe, I don't know, depends on how you interpret the song, I guess. And remember, guys, no matter where you are in life, if you're in a dark place, not so good place, things are not really going well for you, the last line in the song, and the last line in all the chorus, I think, is, listen and you'll hear the love that calls, hear the love that's calling to me. And I love that is throughout the choruses, even in the beginning verses, when the verses were more like hopeless, there was still that chorus that said, listen and you'll hear the love that calls. That hope is always there, even when you're in darkness. Especially when you're in darkness, that's when we need hope, right? I feel like when we're in the good times in life, that's when we don't really need hope, you know. But when we're in the dark times, that's when we really need hope. That's your hope. Listen and you'll hear the love that calls. Easier said than done, but God is calling, no matter where you are in life. In fact, I'm going to share something like really personal. That's how personal I get on this channel. Just to share a bit of it. My dad passed away last year, and it was very unexpected. And I still haven't gotten over it. I feel like I still need to like talk to God about it and like face my feelings on it, because I've been avoiding it all this time. Because at that time when it happened, I actually found myself slipping into depression. It was serious. Like, I felt so scared. I was going into a very dark place, and I knew it. So I just wanted to get myself out of that. So to this day, I still avoid thinking about it. So I haven't gotten over it. I'm just still too scared to face my feelings, right? As a lot of us do. We try to avoid what scares us, right? Same, sis. That's what I'm saying. Christian life doesn't equal easy life. I never want to say like, oh, I'm Christian, so like life is roses. I mean, yes, life is beautiful, okay? I have a hope every day that I'm living for God, and I do everything to glorify Him, and God has a plan for me, and I get to live in heaven after I die for eternity. But that doesn't mean I am 100% all the time, or 100% hopeful, 100% happy. It's not easy. So anyway, and the biggest factor in me not being able to get over my dad's death wasn't really about his physical death, but more about his spiritual death, because for years I'd been praying so that my dad can be saved, because he is not saved. He is not Christian. I've cried so many times, like praying about it, just telling God, please, please save my father. Send someone, anyone, just save my father. And I also used to be so scared, like, what if the person who I'm asking for is me? What if God wants to send me, but I'm not brave enough? So when he passed away, which was very unexpected, by the way, and very sudden, I just felt this overwhelming feeling of guilt, if only I knew, then I would have told him sooner. So, I'm not gonna get emotional here, but yeah, so to this day, I have not forgiven myself for that. And I'm sure there are a lot of things a lot of us do not forgive ourselves for. But when I think about it, I try to tell myself, like, God doesn't hate me for it, so why am I hating myself? But it's just one of those things that it's very hard to forgive, because if only I had the courage to tell him, he would have been in heaven and I could have seen him after I died. But yeah, I try to live with that hope that, God doesn't hold anything against me for it. God doesn't hate me for it. It's just me. So there are a lot of things in life that not just me, but a lot of people, maybe you watching, you haven't forgiven yourself for, or you blame yourself for something big or something small. The thing we have to remind ourselves is, yes, there's nothing left. We are left in ashes. Maybe our silhouette is in ashes. Maybe that we feel like there's thorns that block your way out. I honestly don't see a way to forgive myself, so that's my thorns, I guess. That's the thorns in my way. Like, forgiving myself is here, I'm here, and then there's like thorns here, right? And I feel like there's thorns there because I am not even brave enough to face it, because I know my thoughts can get very dark. So, we're all just struggling, even as believers. But you know what? Listen, and you'll hear the love that calls, because he is calling. He doesn't stop. God doesn't stop calling you just because you're depressed. God doesn't stop calling you because you're suicidal. God doesn't stop calling you when you're sad, when you're angry, when you're mad, or you can't forgive yourself or can't forgive someone. He doesn't stop, because we can come to him just like this, and he will accept us because he loves us before anyone else did. Okay, that is it for this video. I'm so sorry it got so emotional at the end. I hope you got something out of it. I definitely got something out of this song. Thank you, Wolves at the Gate, for this song. It's been a while since I did Metal Mondays, so this feels nice, but I cannot do it regularly. This is just a once in a blue moon thing right now. So also, this might be the last, I think this is the last video where you'll see me with long hair, because I'm gonna cut it this Saturday. That's how long it is. Appreciate this, even the long hair. This is more for me. It's like under here, guys. It's almost gotten as long as the longest that my hair has ever gotten, which was in 2017. My hair was like the longest at that point. This is the second longest. But yeah, I'm gonna cut it. Am I gonna regret it? I have no idea, but I have got a bit very tired of long hair already, so I'm gonna cut it. Oh, the lighting was okay this whole video. Look at me only addressing the lighting after the video is done. It's like 5 p.m, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Go girl, it's 6 p.m. How did that happen? 6:33 p.m. right now. There's the sun. In Kuching it will be dark already, but like here it's still light. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Hope you got something out of it. And yeah, hope see you in the next video, whatever that is. I don't think it's gonna be a reaction. It's gonna be a once in a while kind of thing. I do miss doing this, but realistically I can't do it all the time because of the circumstances. I'm in campus, I'm in class, so yeah. And I have a roommate, so I can't film all the time. Thank you so much for watching for the 10th time, and I'll see you next time. God bless your day, your week, your month, your year, your life. God bless you and your family. So don't forget, the Lord Jesus Christ loves you very much. Listen and you'll hear the love that calls. One last thing. Meow.